How many of us have them friends? 9 to 5.
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 This is what macaroni and grits and sex sounds like.
So grits?
Yes.
Grits sound like...
All right, we can't start. We've been gone way too long.
And that's why. And I see here, this is why it's been too long, because as soon as Danny said something, I was like, what's that?
Let me question that.
Let me question it. I'm going to be questioning Danny all fucking episode.
This is episode 163 of the blackest and most fun podcast in the world, 9 to 5 podcast. A podcast about work, life, and balance. It's all. I'm one of the hosts. This is my house. This is my home. If you are looking at this on whatever video that is dropped, that is $1,000 love seat that I worked very hard for. Custom
Italian plush.
This is Italian cloth.
This is a let-out bed, a twin memory foam, top of the line. But anyways, I'm Danny.
Yeah, Kyle.
And Torrance.
Torrance does in fact have Christmas ornaments in his ear.
Dangling.
I heard him walking down the hallway.
You know, it's always funny when you're at...
When you got keys in it. All these fucking keys.
It's always funny when you're excellent and hoes try to hate on you. These are lightning bolts, bitch. So watch your whore mouth.
So are you gonna, like, when there's like a theme or celebration month, are you gonna switch it up?
Absolutely. A bitch is gonna have, like, I don't know, I might have skulls on my
For Halloween.
For Halloween, you
Like
know?
the old white substitute teacher vibes, like
Yeah.
like at the Christmas party, like
Or like an art teacher.
Right.
Yeah, or like a kindergarten
Always
teacher.
giving vibes. Now that I got my ears pierced, it's over for you bitches.
But they weren't ear pierced before.
No, I literally got them pierced before I left LA.
Oh, like 6 months ago. Oh, okay. They weren't pierced at all.
They were not pierced at all.
Yeah.
I only got them before I left LA, and then came to Baltimore and was like, hey, yeah, I got my ears pierced, so
I had my joints pierced in college. I'm gonna use my shit.
Well, you sound, I'm played out, is it? You said
No,
got
I
yours
said
or
you
did yours
You got to the
before.
gateway?
Basically saying that. But it's okay though, because these is lightning bolts and not...
He walked so you could run? That's crazy.
It's over for you, bitches.
It's over for you bitches.
Follow us on social media at 9 to 5 Podcasts on Instagram and Twitter. Give us a follow. Look, we're back, bruh. We're gonna give you life updates here in a second. We're back, but we need our loyal listeners to tell a couple other niggas that, like, hey, this is a fantastic podcast.
And it's only gonna get worse from here. And when I say worse, I mean better. So you bitches need to get in line and tell your friends to act accordingly.
Facts.
Because when we get there, I don't want to hear no bullshit. You get what I mean? Like, we all in the same city now, so like.
And that has not been the case the entire time we recorded this podcast.
Ever,
the
yeah.
last, it's damn near 5 years at this point.
At this
Yeah.
point. So
When we first started, I was in San Francisco. Then Kyle was in.
I was in.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Los Angeles. Look at you.
We probably can't keep that, right?
I think we can. It's fine.
No, I can't keep that. I can't.
Hey,
I can't.
You scared to get canceled?
Yes.
actually, now, yes, we're actually.
Yeah, that's crazy.
My career hasn't even started yet.
I can't have that being seen. I get
You're out here trying to take this podcast.
And people don't understand the inside jokes, so
That is true.
I can't make these jokes.
Okay.
Anyways, it's been a minute since we've been back. Six months, something like that.
Something like that. The math seems like it's mathing.
Well, the views expressed on this podcast are our own and not any PR agency, journalists, earring manufacturers, or anybody else. Kyle and Torrance, how are we doing? How are you feeling? What's the vibe?
Well, my socks are wet right now.
We had the most chaotic 4 minutes.
And it was very quick too. It all happened very fast.
Danny committed a hate crime against me and his own home.
Yeah, it was a lot. A lot just happened. I spilled a gallon of water on Kyle's laptop. I cut myself. Fucking.
I think I'm about to get hypothermia in my toes.
Yeah. I broke our fucking vacuum. It's hectic.
It's a lot going on, but I will say that there are a lot of things that I will take, but wet socks, I'm sorry, I can't. It just makes me.
It's not enjoyable.
Don't
right
make
now.
like.
Yeah, it's one of the most violent things.
I got a headache. Just sorry. I just wet socks. That's nasty. I don't believe in that. But no,
you don't
I'm
believe
sorry.
in it, so it doesn't happen.
Because both
or-
of these niggas' socks is wet, so that's why they both looking at me like that. I
But
apologize.
we're in Danny's house, so I don't understand why he didn't go change his socks.
I panicked. I just panicked. I am having a nervous breakdown live on this fucking podcast.
He is sitting down with wet socks on for no fucking reason. Like,
Oh, no.
and I'm sure he got a drawer full of this little motherfucker.
I just did laundry.
Some of them clothes might still be
Well,
warm.
basically, okay. Ooh.
Some warm socks?
Sorry. I'm gonna shut my fat ass up. We can keep going. I'm sorry.
You alright? You alright, dude?
Relax, Kevin Price.
Right.
You should have never called me a fat ass Kevin Price.
Anyways, so listeners, it's been a minute. And before we get into the actual normal podcast, I want to just talk about what have we been doing the last 6 months? Is it February since we last recorded?
We stopped recording at the end of February.
End of February.
Yeah, so since March we have not dropped anything.
So what's happened in life since then? Torrance, you go first.
Okay, sure. So,
And look me in my eyes as you say it.
okay, first of all, bitch, don't ever, you dare. Don't you ever. So, I tried to finish my EP before I left Los Angeles to Baltimore, and that was a shit show.
Nice.
Niggas is raggedy, and but these niggas ain't niggas. So, that's not. I'm not surprised about that.
Mm-hmm.
And then that didn't happen, but I went back to Baltimore for a few months, saved a little bit of money, spent time with the famo. That was quite lovely, but I also learned a lot.
What'd you learn?
Patience.
Whenever people say they learned a lot, they usually ain't learn shit.
No, I learned
They
patience.
just like say
Had a
that,
miserable time.
and they like hope that nobody asks follow-up questions.
No, I will tell you, motherfucker.
So you learned patience?
Yes, I learned like a
Damn,
serious level of
relax,
patience.
Samuel Jackson
A
shit.
serious level of patience, because I didn't have a car over there.
Ooh.
I didn't. So like getting around was just not a thing, and you need a car to get around. And,
Right.
I low key hike. He got stranded in DC that one time.
He did.
And so that was hilarious.
What was the situation like?
So Doug had a shout out to Doug. He had a graduation cookout, and so we went. And I thought that I could catch the train back from DC to
It
Baltimore.
was a cookout on Sunday.
On
a Sunday.
On a Sunday. And so I thought I could catch the train back. And then I couldn't because the train didn't run until 2 p.m. the next day.
On a Monday.
On a Monday. And I was like, fuck.
There's usually trains like every hour
Yeah.
going from DC to Baltimore, especially in the morning.
Yeah.
So what'd you do?
Walked.
Yes. I will leave it there. I found a place to stay, which was very nice. And then I got an Amtrak, hopped on the Amtrak the next day, which was lovely. And then came back home and then hopped online to do the rest of my work that day. But also, fuck that job because I don't work there anymore.
Amen, brother.
So,
Amen, brother.
yes,
Freedom.
I'm finally done with that job.
Yeah.
that
Congratulations.
I've been trying to get rid of. That I was trying to get out of for the majority of the time that we've been on this podcast. I was trying to get out of that job.
It's been here 2 years.
It's been like legit 2.5 years that I was just like, yeah, so this ain't it, y'all. This ain't working. And so working hard and talking to the right people and
How's it feel to have your freedom papers?
Amen, brother.
Glory. So yeah, it feels great. I'm
What
excited.
did you do how did that meeting go? Yeah, bro, I'm about to get up out of here.
So
Y'all be easy.
I want to understand, like, I sent an email, a very formal email saying, good morning.
Nice. Nice.
This,
Not the
this
salutation,
letter,
bro.
this email serves as my official resignation.
Fantastic.
My last day is this day. I've enjoyed my time here.
No, you
Mind of him.
Regards.
You hated it.
You
Yeah,
hate
it was quite raggedy, y'all. Like, But
how many times did you write that email? Like, did you write like what you really wanted to say first, and then like backspace shit?
The fucked up part is that I had a resignation email in my drafts already.
Oh, so you should do
I wrote
from back in the day.
I forgot I wrote it, so I went to my drafts.
Look at you manifesting.
I was like, yo, what the fuck? I forgot I wrote it, and I had it sitting, another one sitting right there, and I just kind of modified it.
How long had that been sitting in your drafts?
Ooh, since the pandemic, since March
of 2020.
No, like since the beginning, if not. So it was a while. It's been sitting there for a while. I had been planning, y'all.
That's good.
So yeah. So
what's your next move?
And I'm sorry. What did they say? Like, okay, that's
good riddance.
No. Actually, no. It was very.
Get out of here, Blackie.
It was like no. It was actually like oh wait, you're leaving. Literally the CEO was like, oh, if you ever need a job, you can come back here, no questions asked, like because they realized I did so much shit for that company and they treated me like trash. And so I told them, oh, y'all treated me like trash. This is fucking ridiculous.
Did you like HR, like HR?
Yeah, I talked to the CFO, the HR, and my previous manager, and I told all of them this information, and literally the next day, they sent an email to the rest of the team that still works there and was like, in 2 weeks, we're gonna have a meeting with everyone on it, like an individual meeting with the CFO and my old manager to be like, what's the future here? What track do you wanna go on? How we can best support you in your career goals. Mm-hmm. So I'm literally affecting change in this fucking world, motherfuckers. So I don't know what to tell you, but just get ready. So done with that job, very excited about that. Going to a production company, very, 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 very excited about that. Really ready to change industries, learn some new shit, pop off, all that good shit. Got my own apartment out here in Los Angeles. Feeling real grown, feeling real adult. I don't like adult bills though, so we'll discuss that maybe a little bit later because it's getting it's getting very disgusting. It's giving real like hatred. Like it's not like I love you.
It's a HIPAA violation to ask for rent.
I think it is. It's really a HIPAA violation. Absolutely. That's correct. I think we should look that up. I think we could fight that.
Housing International People's Association of Access.
Yeah. Assholes. So that's really been
Academy.
that's kind of sums up my time over the last few months. Very quick, but good.
Nice. Daniel, where do you care to go?
Moved across the country to Los Angeles from Chicago. Drove across, miserable drive. Dog Jamal shitted in the car 3 to 4 times.
He don't respect you, bro. That's what that is.
Yeah, one of the worst experiences ever. Don't recommend it. Luckily, we had a little seat cover, but the last 4 hours, and we were like 4 hours at LA.
That Jeep was probably real stanky, wasn't it?
It was stanky, and literally we had to throw the cover away.
Did that stank come out of them cloth seats?
Yeah, I mean, I went and got it professionally cleaned out.
Okay, check.
They probably written there with what the fuck? Nigga, what is this shit?
Right.
Somebody in the back was like, this gotta be extra.
We gonna charge him a double.
The little Mexican nigga gave a fuck. They was in there like, my friends,
Más dinero.
it's
Más.
It's shit. It's good. They don't give a fuck. So they did the thing, knocked it out. Oh boy, yeah, he detailed the fuck out of a bunch of you. I'm like, this is stop. Mexican hate too. Nigga, you be hustling. Anyways,
Facts.
So did that drive. Jamal almost died, so that was cool.
Not that was cool.
That was a little vibe for sure.
ASPCA gonna come get you.
Get him, please. Shit, I don't even
Tell us what we need to
Sarah McLaughlin gonna come scoop him up.
Yeah, please take this damn dog. This nigga is sickly. What else? And then man, it's been hitting the ground run, trying to hit the ground running here in LA with shows and shit, getting booked here and there. Did my first little small room at one of the clubs here, Flappers. Last week, so that was cool to kind of just like get into a club in even like a backwards ass way. The thing about LA, which sucks compared to Chicago, is such a like we talked about this last night too, like a bringer show.
Yeah.
It's like beyond like in Chicago, yeah, you're supposed to promote yourself and promote shows and shit like that.
They love bringer shows in LA.
But like it's so much more of a business out here when it comes to just like, can you bring an audience versus like, are you funny? And it's like, bro, I tell people and I post my shows all the time, but like also if I get nobody to show up, that shouldn't matter versus at this level. Of course, if I'm headlining or something and I'm expected to like be doing hella minutes. So yeah, you give me 5 minutes and you put me on the show with like half these people aren't even good and we're 45, 50 minutes potentially away from where everybody else is. Like,
you're asking a lot.
I can't invite 5 people to every show and I have 6, 7 shows booked this month. Like, it's just not gonna happen. So I think, but it's also kind of meant for those people that don't really get booked that often. I feel like, or it's like, oh, they have 2 shows a month, and like get your friends to come. This is your 4th time
it's
doing
probably not
comedy.
like as much as like for the hardcore, daily grinder type of comedian.
Because it's impossible to do. You just literally can't do it. Like it's not sustainable. So that's been like the biggest culture shock from Chicago to LA. It's like, oh, like that affects my livelihood.
When did it start getting cold in Chicago?
Yesterday. No. Started getting cold probably like end of September.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm just gonna keep that in the back of my mind and ask you how you're feeling at the end of September.
I'm feeling great.
You're not going to break out like
you might wear what you're wearing right now.
Like you about to go climb Mount Everest.
No,
type of heavy jacket.
Yeah, come November. I mean, September is somewhat mild, but come like end of October, November is great in Chicago. But no, man, yeah. So we moved into the crib. Finally, kind of got somewhat situated furniture wise. Still waiting on like odds and ends and shit to like make all the spaces in the room work. But yeah, dog. That's really about it, man. Work's been cool, you know. What about you, Kyle?
Well.
How's your life business?
Well, you know, moved back to LA 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks, less than a month ago. At the beginning of this month, you know what I'm saying? I had gone home to live with my parents for a few months after I ended my relationship.
Oh, nice.
So you know what I'm saying? Living a nice single life out here in LA. My furniture came like 2 days ago.
So that's probably the greatest blessing.
Did you have like everything, or is like still pieces you need?
I have most of my stuff now. I need to get like a coffee table and like some like real minor things. But I spent like the last 2 days unpacking boxes, like 4 or 5 hours a day type of thing.
Yeah.
I'm tired as hell of unpacking.
Still a lot of stuff from the parents' house, or
yeah, they gave me a whole lot of stuff.
Right.
A whole lot of stuff. Yeah, I was like literally walking around the house and I was like, I'm gonna take this.
Right.
I'm gonna take this.
I'm sure they were like, thank God.
Yeah, no, my dad like went in the back room and was like, you want this? You want that?
Right.
I was like, yeah, give me all of that. And then, you know, my son, I haven't seen him since July 25th.
Kyle's a father.
And
that also happened in the last 6 months.
I was thinking, no.
I had him before that.
No, I've had him since October.
No, I'm just saying, just in general.
Oh yeah, I've been a single father
He's been
since
single father.
Marchish or so.
Yeah.
What's that movie with Idris Elba, Daddy's Home, or Daddy's
Girls?
Daddy's
Girls?
Daddy's Little Girls. The little Tyler Perry movie.
You know what I'm saying? It's more of like a Will Smith in Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah.
Oh God.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's sad.
Crying in the bathroom.
Struggling, trying to make it. You know what I'm saying? He's getting transported right now. It's actually his birthday today. It's his first
He
birthday.
knows that? And he's like,
Absolutely not. He don't know that.
he doesn't know
So you know, I got him a couple gifts and stuff. I think he gets here Sunday though, which is nice. Cause I have missed him, my son. You know what I'm saying?
that. Black Prince.
Yeah, but other than that, life is good. I'm glad
Black
to be back.
Prince.
The young Black Prince.
Glad to be back in LA.
That's tight. Anything else cool happened between us 3?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Black History fact of the day.
Yeah, on tomorrow, which is Monday, August 14th, in 1966.
Come on, tomorrow's not Monday, nigga.
Oh shit.
What?
It is not. Bro, I'm so used to recording on Sundays.
Right.
It's Friday when we recorded.
On Saturday, August 14th, in 1966, Halle Berry was born.
Original fine auntie.
I used to be so deeply in love with Halle Berry.
I think like most black children were.
Yeah,
I grew up in the 90s.
Halle's just always like, just the last, I won't say 12 movies she's played in has just been her just losing her fucking son, and I don't know how she can't.
That's her bag.
Keep
She
her
can't keep that
hand,
damn
because I think she's even producing a movie now where
the MMA fighter.
Yeah.
No, she's the director of that.
she's
one,
a director.
She's directing it. It's her
director
debut.
and a child is lost, and she lost Isaiah. She had the one with the child in the van that she was chasing and running them down and doing all this. I'm like, baby, she is always losing a damn.
She have kids in real life?
A couple.
Really? Is it her kids? She's been pregnant before?
Yeah, I think she has a couple with one of the white men. I think.
Interesting.
Maybe not lying.
I mean, I could be lying, but I think she do.
I
Or maybe I'm thinking of Zoe Saldana. I'm thinking of one of them black women that be with white men.
Interessante.
What ear?
Either way, yeah, shout out to Holly Berry, man. OG, old. She getting. It's crazy to see people getting older. Like we're old now. Check it.
Yeah, with the white man. That's Tom was correct.
I usually am.
That's the stimulus. That's the stimulus package. You get a nice old rich player.
Talk to Eve.
Yup.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's a nice stimulus. Like I don't even like music anymore.
Who needs that music?
Rihanna was like, man, honestly, the music shit is lame.
You think Eve Eve did that versus like a couple months ago? You think that was like the first time she heard any of her music in
Right?
like 10
No,
years?
yeah, she. Oh, that's something.
I wrote that.
Okay, well, shit.
Hold on.
Okay.
Like, I need an earpiece. I don't remember none of these lyrics.
But also, if we're gonna talk about Eve, Eve wrote one of the craziest hardcore fucking like saddest songs that I ever remember listening to growing up. Love is Blind.
Oh yeah, that is.
I don't even know
song.
you and I hate you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was like, oh my god, like that was so that was the
Love
one.
is blind.
And it'll take over your mind. That's the one where she's talking about her girlfriend basically was which is an abusive relationship, and then he kills her. And then she comes back at the funeral and kills the guy.
I remember the music video.
Yeah. That music video was crazy.
They used to
Is she from Baltimore or New
No,
York?
she's from New York.
Yeah, no, she's from Baltimore.
She's getting Baltimore vibes. I wasn't trying to be.
Cause she what? Cause she shot somebody.
Was it the Paul Prince?
Yeah,
What was it?
Yeah,
The long hair?
Well, Eve, that's a motherfucking compliment. So if you ever in your life listen to this shit, that's a motherfucking compliment that they said you was from Baltimore. So don't let them.
I wasn't trying to be funny. I just for some reason thought that she was from Baltimore. Sorry, brother. Anyways, Torrance, weekly news update.
All right, y'all. It's been a long time, so bear with the nigga. So the Delta variant. You know, I thought that.
She duck walking across this whole damn world.
Okay, so I thought that, vaccine, I was ready. I was like, here.
22 variants had to go. COVID.
I'm not doing this one. Oh, that's great. But it's giving that right now because Delta about to have everybody back inside. About to elephant pop all over our fucking plans,
Right?
and destroy us. So I don't know. We're gonna see what is happening. I'm just letting God do what He do because at this point I can control raggedy bitches, and I have my mask everywhere I go, and I can't wait for the booster shot. So Pfizer, when that shit come out,
I've been hearing so many people talk about this damn vaccine and drink gas station juice, White Castles, unfucking regulated street drug. If you do street drugs, bro, take the vaccine, dog.
Exactly.
You take a vaccine, dog.
It's not that deep.
You take drugs from a nigga named Juan that's not Latin. Take the vaccine, dog. Take the vaccine.
I saw a video from a guy who was real pissed, and he was just like, honestly, bitch, if you're an anti-vaxxer, sure. If you don't want to get the vaccine, do what you got to do. But if your ass gets sick and catch COVID, stay the fucking home, bitch.
Right.
Don't be coming to nobody.
And I will say, I don't take I rarely ever took the flu vaccine. I understand.
I didn't do it either because in my mind I was okay. There may be multiple strains of the flu that's coming out, And if you because I remember one time I got the flu vaccine and I got really sick shortly afterwards, and it was because I caught this other strain of the flu that had come out.
Right.
And I was like, fuck, okay, so I got the wrong one. But if the other one, I could have came in contact with the other one, and I probably was protected.
Right.
So in my mind, I was like, it's COVID-19.
Mm-hmm.
That's the bitch that's running around.
Right.
Give me that shot for that.
And really knocking people out. Like I know the flu was and is like deadly, but like I never really got caught with the flu. People around me never really got caught with the flu. You know, like we're down. So I had family members that were like legit sick. Nobody passed away from COVID, but like legit, like close. I don't think, but like you could, this person like legitimately sick. Their body's down, friends, bodies down. Like, it was a real deal. And like the world is closed because of this, bro. So like you might as well just.
It's gonna get to the point where you can't do shit without having the vaccine.
Right. And it's just like what, like waiting for the FDA. You know how much shit's been FDA approved?
But no, but that
horrible.
line of thinking, that argument makes zero sense because they're saying they're waiting on FDA approval, but they're like, I don't trust the government.
Right,
exactly. The
right.
FDA
Do you
is
know
a
who
government entity.
Do you know who the FDA is, bitch? Do you know who runs the like
government?
That always
Stupid.
blows me.
I'm gonna just say this, and I'm gonna leave it. If you don't want to get vaxxed, that's your prerogative. But I will feel zero pity for you when you get corona. I won't. And if you die, I ain't gonna feel bad either.
Yes.
Well,
it's tough to say, but I also relatively feel the same way.
Well,
you're making a personal decision at this point. Over 600,000 people or whatever have died in this fucking country.
Well, you know
what are you waiting on?
You know what Summer Walker said? Summer Walker said, if you get the vaccination, don't come near her. So
Summer Walker,
she said that?
Summer Walker gives her baby raw honey, so we shouldn't be listening to anything she has to say health related.
That baby's not.
CPS is going to go take that child.
That baby's not going to do
well. Not at all.
Jesus Christ. Let's say a moment of silence for her and her baby. All right, we're moving on. Cuomo has finally resigned.
Nasty.
After having sexual harassment allegations. At first he refused to, and that was a little, dicey. But now he's decided I don't want to distract from anything else. I'm going to resign.
Look, Letitia coming for, what's her name? The New York agent?
Oh, yeah.
Letitia, she coming for his ass.
Oh, it's a black
woman at the head.
Sure
the
is.
Attorney General for New York.
Sure is.
Oh, so you got to get real.
The Attorney General office investigated him, and they might be bringing real charges.
So let's be honest, like shoulder touching and like cheek kissing.
One person said that he I think it was a picture or I don't know what it was, but she said that he put his hand up her shirt and like groped her breast like over her bra, but like he's a sick motherfucker.
Do you know how weird you have to fucking be to do that shit to a coworker?
And this isn't like the weird like how Biden is touchy.
Right. That's what I thought. That's what it kind of made it. Or he made it seem.
That's what he makes it seem like. But nah, bro, like you're a fucking predator type shit.
This is nasty. Like you're a nasty motherfucker.
Yeah.
Nasty.
And it's just like you got the people at work.
Right.
That's the other work.
People are nasty at work though.
Especially when there's somebody in power too.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. There's been plenty of people. I'm not where I'm at now, but I work in my history of working. Like, oh, bro, like we at work still. Like, you don't be losing their mind. I'm like, bro, we're still at work.
Yes.
You got 4 beers. This is not you acting totally.
You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be. My thing is, I always think about that. I kind of want to like the psychology of people who are at that level, and that level of being like, oh, I'm untouchable. So
rules don't apply to you.
Yeah, exactly.
You set the rules.
So you do all this stuff. I remember, I think it was during the pandemic or during COVID, somebody, a CEO or CFO was like, somebody who was high up in the company.
That's not high up in the company?
Well, like,
I know, I'm saying it wasn't necessarily that title, but someone else.
Okay.
They were on like a video chat and they thought their camera was off. So they just started beating off.
Oh, that was Jeffrey Tubin.
Who was that?
From
CNN. And started doing it on camera. And everyone was like, what the fuck? But it's like, it's the thrill that they get because they're like, oh, I'm untouchable, and this is like gets me off because I could do this stuff. And this,
I'm trying to figure out, like, you couldn't wait until that Zoom call ended.
like this is
You at home, bro. You couldn't wait 10 more minutes.
You gotta think too, like his meeting was hard 40 minutes before he even started too.
His last meeting got him ready.
like
Yeah,
I can't wait.
like gallery mode.
That last segment on I don't know what.
That last topic,
Yeah.
really got my gears turning. So, motherfuckers is nasty. Please don't be a nasty bitch like all these people, and just do your work, y'all. Finally, in the news,
Some news that hits close to home.
You don't have to bring this up. I'm sorry.
I don't feel like
We can skip it.
I'm just gonna say this. We in the hood now, baby. I thought I wasn't, but we in the hood now.
Be
So
in the hood now, baby.
we just gonna pray over this one and move on, and move to sports. The Olympics.
Did you watch any of
I
them?
tried. Like, I honestly tried, but I can never figure out when stuff was actually airing. Like, the way that they show stuff doesn't make any sense. I don't think I saw hardly anything live.
It like Twitter, I feel like
That's the only.
I think
some of
it was timing of like, I guess it was early in the morning.
Yeah.
But even still, it was like, bruh, it was so many times where I would be like, try to look and say, when is this happening? When is that? And I just couldn't easily find it.
Yeah, no, it's impossible.
I didn't watch barely anything live. I watched the trials live, and I don't think I even watched any of the basketball. I didn't watch anything live.
I think I saw the gold medal game.
I saw a couple
And that
of
was
the
about
games. I saw like some of the games or whatever.
But I will say, on the highlights that I saw, Black people were killing it.
Oh, yeah.
From all countries.
Rooting for everybody.
We was rooting for everybody black.
For sure. It was actually a very, very beautiful thing to see. Like Allison Felix,
Yeah.
you know,
I
she
was
has
very happy
the
for her.
most track and field medals.
Mhm.
She get bronze or
Yeah,
silver?
she got the bronze in her last
Last
race.
race, but then in the 4x4 they got gold. I think they got
Okay.
gold in 4x4 because it was her and Sydney McLaughlin. She broke
She's
the
nice
world
as
record
hell.
for the 400 hurdles. Exactly.
There's another black girl, is it
Delilah
Delilah from New York?
Yep.
That got
The
second.
800.
No, she got second.
No,
She
that
got
was second. But there was like a 19-year-old black woman. I can't remember her name, but she won the 800.
The only like the U.S. person to win. Y'all got cats. That's
Yeah.
No, them ain't my cat.
Them makes your cats. Okay. But also I just want to say, like, you know, very excited about the Olympics because I'm excited that it's over because it's just a super spreader event, and I just feel like
I would be curious to see how many athletes came back with COVID.
Yeah.
Since there weren't any fans there.
Also, well, we can bring this up in the next section.
About other things?
I can't wait to see what the Olympic stadiums look like in 4 years when no one's using them anymore. And
Because that's what they do.
and no one's been to them in
That's
at least 3
weird.
and a half.
Do people not use them?
Because they
Well,
can't
a lot
really.
of countries like they don't have events that are big enough to fit in an Olympic-sized stadium.
That's interesting.
So a lot
like
almost-
Tokyo doesn't have, like, I guess they didn't have.
So Beijing, like remember
Yeah,
the bird's
Beijing,
nest
right,
or whatever,
right,
like the real big one they built.
Yeah.
When I went to China for study abroad our sophomore year, we went there and they had turned it into like a winter like wonderland, like theme park essentially, so you can do activities there and stuff like that. But a lot of the places in a lot of other countries, they just like end up being empty.
Because they don't have
Like
football.
especially like the pools and stuff like that.
Right.
They just like no one ends up using them because they don't have big enough events.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Plus, like, no countries ever make money off the Olympics. You end up wasting so much money on the Olympics.
Do you have to pay for all that infrastructure yourself?
Yeah, the countries end up paying for that. They hope they get a tourism boost. But usually, I want to say the '84 LA Olympics was the last one to like make a profit.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
That's
Like you almost never make a profit off the Olympics.
I would assume though, U.S. countries have some of this shit already set up, right? Like, so hence why they could make a profit. Like, you know, like you have big ass stadiums.
I think the last Summer Olympics we hosted was '96 in Atlanta, and they built a lot of that stuff out in Atlanta, but they had a lot of stuff that they ended up like donating to colleges in the area and stuff like that in terms of space.
Nigga, how does you know all this shit? Kyle, who are you, dog?
Kyle, bro, I will never forget the.
I'm an encyclopedia of a lot of language.
What was the thing that we did at regionals?
The quiz bowl?
The quiz bowl. I'll never forget when we were sitting. I wasn't on that team, but we were at the quiz bowl. And this was at Alpha Regionals, and Kyle was on the team. And they was because they was just random ass questions, and they would ask questions, and Kyle would just buzz in and answer the question. I was like, how the fuck do you know any of this information?
My dad is like a repository of very useless information and facts, and so through 29 years of just hearing them from him, I just soak a lot of it up, honestly.
Because I was telling you,
History Channel's on a lot growing up in my house, so just got a lot of random information that way.
Well, I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
thank you.
Football.
Football is back. It's preseason, aka useless football.
Very useless.
But hey, if you are a football fiend, then you can finally get your fix. And then for 3 more weeks, it's regular season.
I'm ready for college.
I am ready for college.
I'm ready to piss my wife off by having the TV loud as shit in the living room, listening to College Game Day.
She's gonna beat your ass.
It's gonna be perfect.
And we West Coast now again, so it's like you get to watch games nice and early.
Nice, 8 and 9 o'clock in the morning. 9 o'clock.
By 10 o'clock, usually the games are on. Like you get a 1 o'clock start time on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So by 10 o'clock, you're watching football.
Yeah. Wake up as soon as College Game Day, get you a nice workout real quick. Fucking walk around the house. What's wrong?
Huh?
What do you looking at?
This is my favorite segment because this is the time where I can catch my breath whenever we talk about
This is not Torrance's ministry.
So this is, I don't know this, but so carry on.
No, fuck this.
I'm joking.
No, I'm tired of shit. I welcome niggas to my home. I cook and clean.
Huh?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
You handed me a packet of trail mix. That's you cooking?
Yeah. I went to trails of Los Angeles and mixed up nuts and berries.
Anyway, so Summer League is also happening now.
Yeah, Summer League is happening, and I enjoy. Now, Summer League I can talk about.
I do like watching Summer League.
I thoroughly enjoy watching the Summer League. The hustle that comes on the Summer League, to me, is honestly matches college.
Well, it's a grind. Half the team, most of the team is dudes that ain't get drafted.
Exactly.
And are trying to get the last spot on a team or trying to get a G League spot or a two-way contract. So, you got some dogs on the court.
Yeah, and it's
really
beautiful to watch. I kind of want to, like I said, I've been to the Summer Leagues and watched it, and the tickets aren't even expensive. So,
in Vegas?
Yeah, I'm trying to decide, if I had the money in the next week, because I think it's another couple weeks left, I think. And so, if so, I don't know. We'll see. I'm real bad, very bad.
It is always interesting to see guys that, like the Mac McClungs, who didn't get drafted, but was a decent college player.
Yeah.
It's a little bit undersized. Jello Ball had a nice ass game, first game. I don't know how,
I'm playing very
He's been
well.
playing well,
He's been
actually.
actually playing very well.
He had another game, too? He played decent?
Yeah.
I mean, I think the thing about it was, I think LeVar bit off more than he could chew.
He did. He alienated a lot of people.
Right.
I think Jello's issue is he's not that big, and then he's not athletic. He's not as athletic as Lonzo or even.
He talked a big enough game, but his 2 out of his 3 sons are
in the league
world beaters, and they're Melo's a great starting. They're both a great starting port guards that can probably play 10+ year careers. And Jello's more of a role player kind of guy, realistically. And I think if he would have gotten 2 to 3 years at UCLA or college period, he probably would have
developed. Yeah, he would have been fine.
Because he's probably only 21, 22 now.
Yeah. A great shooter, a crazy shooter. That boy can shoot.
He reminds me a lot. He looks exactly like PJ Tucker to me.
Build wise.
Yeah, build wise.
Oh,
yeah. But PJ, he at times had a really decent three shot, corner shot.
Yeah, 3-and-D guy.
But he could. Jello's gonna probably have to play against 4s, 3 and 4s.
Yeah.
But he's really probably only 6'5". You know what I'm saying? That's PJ's
He's a little slower and a little.
Exactly.
I don't know if he plays defense, but if he does start doing that, you can make a team.
Right.
If you play defense or rebound.
3D.
A
lot of 3D niggas that come off the bench, 7th guy out, 6 man.
You stay around the league a long time with that type of role.
Yeah.
Yeah. So also in basketball news
In Charlotte.
in Charlotte,
Sticking with the Hornets.
for PJ Washington, there's allegations allegedly that his wife had their baby and filed for divorce 2 weeks after the baby was born.
Is that facts? I think it's factual.
I think it's factual. Every report that I said, it just says allegedly. But there's no one that's saying it's not true. And then there's also allegedly he's going to be paying $200,000 a month in child support to his ex-wife, who is recorded on camera. She recorded herself saying, honestly, if you're gonna finesse anybody, if you're gonna do anything, you gotta do it with an athlete because they're fucking dumb.
Wait, he actually married her?
Yes, he married her. And I think that everyone knew that she
wrote like a Superhead type book.
that's what I'm about to say. She wrote a whole book about that kind of shit. And everyone knew, like,
That's
and
pain.
Look,
except for apparently
young
PJ
and dumb.
Washington.
He was young and
He
dumb.
was 19 and she was 20 something,
Yeah,
29,
late 20s.
Yeah, and so unfortunately, poor
She
baby got
played
taken
that boy
advantage
like a
of.
fiddle.
Sure did. And
That math, I'm gonna say this though, that math ain't mathing in my head.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Like that's like almost 60% of his gross salary for the year.
And so that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't. That's what I'm saying. Everything said allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly is $200K. Ain't nobody come out with no paperwork to say,
Right,
oh, it's
right,
not
right.
whatever.
No.
So all the news that I've read say $200,000 a month. This man is paying her for child support.
It can be fludge numbers.
Regardless of what it is, he gonna be paying a brick, bro. You still making you a
Millions.
multi-millionaire.
You're still making
the
millions.
prime of your career.
Yeah, like you making millions at this point.
That's rough.
So, yeah, so you know, it's poor PJ
Yeah,
Washington.
that sucks, man.
That's uncomfortable, especially when
Look,
there's a whole, especially when you get finessed. I think that's what the sad part is. Because like people break up, people gotta pay child support, like that happens.
Right.
But to be
2 weeks?
finessed,
look, you gotta be more careful about who you procreate with.
Yeah, that's the hard
People
part.
are never
Cause
careful with that.
and
also-
listen, like you didn't even listen to the video she made years ago.
Right.
Like,
You ain't doing you ain't look at the Carfax or nothing.
listen, you
You ain't look at the whole facts.
He
Like,
saw it. He
what?
probably saw it. I was like, no, I'm just I
Like,
can fix that.
Like Instagram
I can
page
change
looking
her.
good.
Right.
I can change her.
Take her down to Charlotte, nice small city.
I love her.
Get a 4-bed.
He probably followed her when he
Five
was at Kentucky for that one season too.
100%.
Damn, that's so sad.
Yeah, I mean, bro, like, I could even see if he's got a random chick pregnant, because I wouldn't feel as bad, but even if you married this woman out of, like, you pregnant, so I gotta marry you.
You fool!
That's still, like, an honorable...
You fool!
That's, like, an honorable thing to do, like, that kind of sucks. So, who knows? Maybe he cheated on her. Who knows? Maybe he was a dickhead. Maybe he was an asshole. He could also be, like, not a great person.
You know, that is very true. We've only been looking at this from one side.
Yeah.
Well, I've been looking at it from the reports. So that's all that I can go
That's what
from.
I'm saying. Maybe he was not a good person.
Maybe we don't have
Maybe he
the full
wasn't a
picture.
good partner. You're
Torrance,
absolutely right.
how would you think about that?
Yeah,
I just feel like you're not thinking inclusively right now. And it's kind of like
Oh, so don't gaslight, bitch, because I will destroy you in this podcast. In entertainment, Future texted his daughter saying, "Your mom's a hoe." I think which is very wild. Future got a lot of kids, so
I will say that this sounds like toxic Future. So that means that he's probably back in his bag, which means he might be getting some toxic music back. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
I might slap.
we haven't got no. He was in love the last time he put out music.
Dog, if you call my mama a hoe, bro, I'm beating your ass, dog.
I'm sorry. There's just
I'm
certain
gonna
things.
fuck you up, dog.
There's
You
just
call my
certain
mama
things.
a
Now
hoe,
I hope the child responded. How many children do you have again?
But
How many
bro,
baby mamas do you have again?
You talking
Again?
are you sure you touched the right one? You sure
Yeah.
you talking about
My
me?
mama?
You talking about my mother? Because you may not know who my mother is.
but you
At this point.
text me, so the text is there. Every
It's
time, the
there.
next time I text you, I gotta see that. Oh, like last time we talked, you come on fucking mama hoe.
And the child can't be that old.
I'm stirring up with it.
Cannot like
This child
We
got to
scared.
be
Future because
Future's in his mid-30s.
yeah, and Lil Future is Lil Future the oldest.
No.
Text him 6 6-year-old like that.
Nah, that kid's like 7. I think he's a couple kids that are older.
Couple kids older side, yeah.
Okay, you text a 9-year-old,
even a 10, even 11, 12-year-old.
Yeah, he might have like an early teenage daughter.
Yeah.
I think he took her to like an award show when Matt Stone was out.
Okay.
But yeah, no, that's the wild. Regardless of age, it does not matter.
Hey, Dad, can I get my fucking learner's permit? No, your mama's a hoe. That's painful.
Ask your whole ass mama. Like, that's basically, I feel like that could have been what
That's
it was.
probably what the situation was. Hey, Dad,
Probably
like,
how
hey,
it
I need help with my going to get my driver's license for the first time. Like, please and thank you. Mom said she couldn't help. Your mom's a fucking hoe. All right, I got you.
She always out there
She at the club, ain't she?
Like,
And like, also, like, how did it get to the point where it's reported? Like, she's like, hey, Mom, like, this nigga just called you a hoe. And then, like, did she tell TMZ? Like, how did that get out? Like,
TMZ is like the FBI. They got cameras everywhere.
TMZ is quite scary. That's
I'm
a
just
scary
confused.
organization.
TMZ is literally outside of your window right now. Recording on the pod.
Scoping. So TMZ's a little scary. I ain't gonna lie to you motherfuckers. Some of y'all are nasty, and some of these white celebrities are very nasty, and I think this needs to be said, and this is just how I think about washing your ass. So first of all, good hygiene is very important, number one.
Correct.
Number two, I'm going to say this for those who are listening because it seems like there's some people who are misconstrued about how to wash your ass or even to wash your shower.
Are you about to give a tutorial on how to shower?
No, very quick. Okay, so there are some people who take the bar of soap. I saw a white lady say, "I just take the bar of soap and I just rub it all over my body."
White people don't use washcloths.
They don't use washcloths.
I don't use washcloths.
I figured that out, huh?
I don't use washcloths.
Who do you use?
My hands.
Okay, so
But I use body wash though. I don't do the raw bar of soap and we touch my body with the same bar of soap.
okay, so
I personally think that's cleaner. Use your hands, wash your face first with the face wash, then hit the body, hard to the body with body wash. Face wash, hit your face.
So I think about this. This is the way that I think about washing my body. I think about it as if there's something on me, just like if it's on like a plate, a dish. I like to use a rag to wipe it off to make sure that it gets down.
But then a lot of niggas use the same rag. It's like, bro, most niggas aren't using a brand new rag or every single time they take a shower.
Well, no, you don't have to use a brand new rag every single time.
To me,
you don't do that with your dishes. You don't do that with none. You don't do that with anything. You don't change your sheets every time. You don't change your towel every time. So to me,
I'm wrong with niggas like you.
So you don't think soap? You saying that soap, like using the soap, won't also like?
I think using my hands is more sanitary.
So when
than using a dirty washcloth.
When you go to
3-4 times.
When you go to the bathroom, how much time do you wait until you go take a shower?
What are you talking about?
Like
what kind of fucking question trying to ask?
When you go number 2, you had a nasty one.
Yeah.
You be sticking your hand down there?
Rubbing
your raw hand?
Rubbing
my raw hand?
Rubbing his fingers.
But I also don't leave the toilet like with my booty hole like it's still busy down there.
Okay, good. You clean it?
With a one-time use piece of paper.
One time. I hope you ain't reusing toilet paper.
Exactly. So by the time I get in the shower, you sit in there, you rinse off with hit the hard body to the water, all of your body, get this initial dirt off, hit your face, boom, boom, boom.
I didn't expect this conversation.
I think we can ask.
But I take a lot of showers though. I'm clean out
No,
here.
I'm not saying you're not clean. All I said was I didn't expect this conversation to go this route, and I would like to move on.
I don't give a fuck, Torrance. You can fucking leave.
This is my home.
I'm just saying I just would like to.
Niggas gonna be recording in my house. I need some fucking respect.
No, I'm gonna buy this nigga a loofah.
That's nasty, but I'm gonna use the same loofah for 2 months.
Why do you? I don't know.
The same loofah that was in your booty hole 24 hours or less ago, you gonna put on your fucking neck or face? The same day?
Well, first of all, why are you using the same? First of all, you're not supposed. We're not gonna talk about facial washing because I don't wash my face. Anyway,
all right, moving on to fuck this, man.
So moving on to
this shit,
I haven't seen Dave, so I can't speak on it. I'm so sorry.
Fuck Dave, man.
I'm gonna tell.
Matter of fact, Torrance, let's talk about what the fuck you want to talk about. How about that? How about we turn the fucking monitor off? and you just fucking pull your phone out because obviously you got some motherfucking topics that's been on your fucking head. Nigga.
Honestly.
Let's be honest. Start getting real honest because it's been 6 months of this shit. You gonna fuck you disrespecting me, nigga.
Shout out to
shout them out. Who else? Who else you wanna fucking talk about?
I can't even speak.
Danny's really giving me Ving Rhames from Danny
that's what it's
right now.
Guns and butter, nigga.
That's what it's giving. Shout out to Big Cousin Issa Rae. Big Cousin is doing amazing things. She's about to take over. It's about to be called Issa Rae Max. Because Big Cousin, they just started shooting rap shit, which I can't wait.
What is that supposed to be about?
So I think that was a scripted one, isn't it?
It's a scripted
that's
show.
That's a scripted
about
one.
Female rap, like a female rap group.
Yeah. Okay. So that's a scripted one, and then it's also the Sweet Life Los Angeles, which is basically affluent black people reality show, and I can't wait because it's like
she's like a new age Baldwin,
and
like slightly older, like our age-ish.
Yeah, exactly.
Early 30s maybe,
and probably better.
Well, it's HBO. So
it's gonna be a better quality of just everything. Mm-hmm. So, really looking forward to that. And then she's also doing a show, another scripted thing with Jabuki White. Yeah. So that's gonna be great. Like I said, Issa's really killing the game.
Also, Issa got married this summer.
She also got married.
Her wedding was amazing. Okay. I can't believe y'all missed it. She was crazy. There was a lemon pepper kickback at the wedding too. This shit was wild, bro.
It was great.
Yeah. Sorry, Torrance.
Okay, well, that's fine. But no, shout out to Issa Rae, who's always doing the damn thing. I'm gonna meet you soon. It's gonna be great. We're gonna hang out.
Cousin.
Literally gonna work together. I'm gonna write on some stuff. It's gonna be great. We're gonna be, we're gonna be chilling.
Yeah, she's popping, man.
Yeah, it's great, and it's amazing to see because I remember like legitimately watching. Like you think about Awkward Black Girl, because I remember like watching as episodes were coming out and being like, oh, this shit is hilarious. Like this is great. And then, years later, it's just like that persistence, that patience, that consistency, all that shit. Man, it's gonna pay off. So all it does is give me hope for the shit we got going on. So I'm excited about that. And lastly, in entertainment, the Queen, Beyonce did the cover of Bazaar. Also did a little video, little trailer, little promo for Ivy Park launch. Also did some interviews with Bazaar, teased out the fact that she's gonna have some new music coming, which I need. Which
how long has it been? Was that joint project with Hov the Carters? Was that the last album she did, or she put out an album since then? That was like 4 years ago.
Yeah, so the joint one was
17.
It was 2017, I think.
18. I think. No, it was probably 18.
2018, wasn't it?
One of those two.
Maybe.
But has she put out a project since then?
After 444, right?
Yeah, so that has.
I thought she put something right before 4. I thought
Lemonade came out.
Lemonade was like 20.
But no, okay. So the only thing that came out like after that will be the Lion King thing.
Okay, I'm not counting that.
Yeah,
I thought
because Lemonade didn't come out after the Carters, did it?
No, you're right. I
Lemonade
think 444 was after.
Lemonade was 2016.
Yeah, and then
444 was 18, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, the only recent thing was the gift.
Oh, and they released her Coachella performance as a audio album.
Oh, the Homecoming, yeah, Homecoming audio thing. So yeah. So like when it comes to like new music though, I'm quite excited to see what she's finna put out.
Quick question.
She announced new music. Frank announced new music.
Really?
Like yeah, it's gonna be something.
Do you have to turn in your Beyonce stand card for not knowing the release years of all her projects?
Not all of them.
Yeah, what was that about?
That's absolutely
honestly, the Hive might come after you. You gonna have some beats.
No, first of all, if you're in
Instagram comments.
First of all, if the Beehive comes after a fellow member, because I don't know every fucking as soon as oh that came out in 2016, that came out in 2011, that came out in like y'all paying the darkest part of my ass, honestly.
Yeah, you
hey, bro.
that was very graphic. That was very graphic.
So yes, I'm very excited.
No, we're not going to speak up over that, dog.
What?
It's a fucking family show, dog.
Oh, it is?
Man, fuck this, man. This is one of the worst decisions. Go ahead, bro. This is it.
I'm one of the worst.
Have fun, dog.
Okay, anyway, yes. So
Hey, have fun.
that some new music is coming out. Also, Frank Ocean said I think they announced that Frank Ocean is headlining Coachella 2023. So I will be buying tickets for that.
That seems interesting.
I thought it was next year.
That's an interesting.
2023.
Oh.
I'm pretty.
He's headliner Coachella?
Yes.
I love Frank Ocean. Off of what, 2 albums?
Off of
Channel Orange
3,
and
4.
Blonde and Blonde. Channel and Orange Blonde, but it's also Nostalgia Ultra. There's also other when he was on Future, like other shit. So it's like it's gonna be a lot. And then he'll probably do another album since then. So
yeah, he'll probably drop out.
Yeah,
I fuck with Frank.
He like headlined quite a few like festivals even after Channel Orange. Like he was doing.
No,
I can get up there and do just Channel Orange.
And everyone will lose that shit.
I'm not shitting on him at all. I'm just shocked that he's headlining Coachella.
Just because of quantity of the body of work, essentially.
And I feel like people didn't really love Blonde like that. I fucked with it.
Yeah, I'm about to say that. To me,
it was okay.
To me, that's correct. Because listening to Blonde, I listen to it often.
You're also a Frank Ocean stan.
Yeah, but like Channel Orange was
that's
like.
Not to say that's not a bad thing necessarily.
Yeah.
You're saying that my stand is skewing how I feel about his work.
Well, oftentimes when you're a stan of someone.
No, because I like other artists, and if it's shit, I will call it shit.
You said like, not stan.
I stan other artists, and if it's shit, I'm gonna call it shit. How about that? Okay.
Hey, you got a problem with my nigga, bro? Let's talk about it. If you're just listening, I'm looking directly into Torrance's eyes right now, man.
I don't have nothing.
I'm not gonna take this disrespect.
I have nothing else to say.
I don't know. That's tight though. I'm excited. I mean, I like Frank. I don't know. Sometimes you just wonder like if the industry really is in tune with like the actual vibes of like the culture. And I think Frank is one of our like that nigga is on like a different level. Mm-hmm. But I'm just shocked that they like Frank's the one to headline. You know what I'm saying? But fuck it, man, I'm cool with it.
Maybe I can see it.
I mean, I don't plan on going regardless, so it's whatever.
Yeah, I think my window of going to festivals just came and went.
Oh no, not mine. I plan on being the festivals.
I don't enjoy.
I love a festival.
I don't enjoy being around that many people. I don't like lines.
Yeah. If Covina is going,
people come back from. If you've ever like had coworkers who have gone to Coachella, they come back and it looks like they have COVID. Like.
Yeah.
At my old job, we called it Festy Flu.
Well, that's also because
because you're in a fucking desert,
and you're doing drugs.
People
like you know what I mean.
People hacking. I don't know, straight laced people who go you hacking up your lungs the whole next week because you've been breathing in desert dirt all weekend and shit.
Dehydrated.
I know people who've had great times. And
everybody says they have fun, but I'm good. I don't like all them people anyway.
It would have to be, and we're getting older, so the people that I like are also like older than we're almost 30. They're gonna be like older than that. So it's like
young. You mean like I get what you mean. So it's gonna be a bunch of young niggas.
If I'm gonna go to a festival, it's gonna be like the Essence Fest. I'm trying to go see.
I don't know if I'm there yet.
Oh, I am an Essence fan. You know I am. Shit, what?
Essence Fest music is what I was raised on anyway, so I can go. But I've always wanted to go to New Orleans anyway, so
yeah. No, Essence Fest is next up. She next to the docket. But yeah, that concludes the weekly motherfucking news update.
This podcast is brought to you by, it's a sponsor break, but this podcast is pleasantly brought to you by House Rules. House Rules are very specific and drawn out here in the studio, so don't ever disrespect me in my fucking house ever again.
I've seen rules listed nowhere.
And
you got a printer right there. And I don't see no rules printed out on the sheet.
And the gag is this nigga not gonna fuck me up, so it don't even matter.
He ain't finna beat my ass.
You gonna beat my ass though, so.
No, I forgot to make a sponsor break, but yes. But shout out to all the sponsors. Shout out to shout out to the vibes. Shout out to we're back in the stew, man. This has been a great episode so far. But it's been a minute since we last recorded. You know, when we don't record, it's always like, damn, I wish we recorded because we could talk about this or that or whatever. So a couple of quick topics that they've been talked about 1,000 times, but we want to give our own little.
And I ain't said shit about it. You bitches don't know how I feel.
Exactly.
So that's where it's
I feel like they know how you feel, but in less words.
Oh, wow.
Not as articulate.
He said I'm predictable. That's what it's getting.
But the Olympics just passed. Simone Biles.
Yeah, all that controversy that happened with Simone Biles deciding to not do the floor because what they call it, the tumbles or the tumbles or something like that, where you do a skill in the air and you're flipping and you don't know, the flippies I think it's called, and you're just flipping and you don't know where you are and you lose concentration and you lose track of who you are, and you can seriously injure yourself and hurt yourself. And there was a lot of controversy behind her deciding to not perform because of the mental stress and strain that she went through.
Isn't she like 24, 25,
something like that?
Yeah, she's very young,
mid-20s,
but also very old for gymnastics.
For gymnastics, and still the goal for sure.
Old.
And then a part of that is also the fact that they said, "Oh, we can't score you the same that we score everybody else because you're too fucking good."
Yeah, this move you can do, no one else.
No one else can do it, so we can't keep giving you 10s, girl. We can't keep rating you this high because you're gonna win everything. So then they started deducting points / giving her, like, skewing her, like the way that they graded her essentially.
She took her ball and went home.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I ain't mad at her.
And I ain't mad at her at all. And so the frustrating part, or even the fact of, I think what a lot of people are realizing now is after Simone Biles decided, I'm going to chill out and take care of myself in that same space. Also, shout out to Naomi Osaka, who also did the same. Who was it? What's his name? Djokovic. He's a tennis player. Commented and said, "Look, this is a mental game. You gotta have the smarts for this. You gotta have the mental toughness for all of this."
Playing in the Olympics.
Talking about playing in the Olympics and just like playing at a professional level. You gotta have the mental toughness to handle this. The next fucking day, he lost. Mind you, he was having the best tennis year he's ever had. Lost in the bronze, like the qualifying to win bronze. Lost there, smashed the racket, threw another racket into the stands, then quit and said, "Oh, I can't do my doubles match that I'm scheduled for." So completely had a full-on meltdown after criticizing Simone Biles for not having the quote-unquote mental toughness.
You're forgetting one very, very important detail, Torrance. It goes to pretty much any issue. He's a white man.
Absolutely.
But even
white men get to do what they want to do.
People were talking about that shit. It's like, bro, even Michael Jordan stepped away.
Michael Phelps said it. He was like, there's a lot, and that's the greatest Olympian of all time. He was like, there is especially when you're the GOAT athlete in your sport, there's such a ridiculous level of pressure on you that a regular Olympic athlete doesn't even feel that much pressure, you know what I'm saying?
And a lot of people, bro, I feel like when they do continue to play, it's like yeah, maybe you get, I don't know if you get points by playing, but then also just being shittier versus her just like protecting her physical being and not playing. Look at Paul George talked about it in the bubble, like all these players. Michael Jordan stepped away for like a year and a half.
Give it something.
You know what I'm saying? Like I made a tweet about it. I'm like, we made this whole conspiracy that he had one of the richest athletes in the world had a gambling debt, and he just the commissioner told the most highest earning nigga, like, yo, we'll sit out for a year and a half. No, like the nigga was burnt out, bro, or at minimum not interested due to all the things around basketball.
Exactly.
So it's just like it happens to all these people, whether they play and they like, oh, he shot the bed, although some of those years maybe when LeBron wasn't where he's at now with the Heat or whatever, where he just like wasn't going like
people think that because these athletes are famous and they make a lot of money that they're not people. It's like people take sick days all the time from their regular ass office jobs.
And we see even last night, you go like to some of these famous parties, the niggas you see on TV, it's like, bro, these niggas are awkward and clumsy, just like the rest of us, bro. They just have a job that gets broadcasted amongst millions of niggas every single day. They're the same exact people. They don't know how to talk to you, just like I don't know how to talk to you.
Exactly. It's beautiful.
They just got a Versace shirt on. I got a H&M shirt.
It's the most beautiful thing to realize and recognize that everyone is literally playing from the same playing field. The only difference is that you may have had more training or more focus and more this and more that, and so now you're the GOAT and you're great and you just have this natural ability, etc. But that doesn't exempt you from experiencing all the things that everyday people, quote unquote, everyday people experience. You're an everyday motherfucker too. So shout out to Simone Biles, shout out to Naomi Osaka, shout out to everyone who's prioritizing their mental health on this time. It's been a tough experience in life in general, and I couldn't imagine being in the Olympics and having the world being like, oh, we need to win gold.
And like, I don't know exactly how it was out there, but like, I'm assuming no fans also meant no like family content too.
Yeah, no family.
So like, typically, all the athletes probably used to being able to see their family in the stands, or maybe have dinner.
Athletes and coaches, essentially.
Have dinner with their people the night before or whatever, or even a couple days before.
Yeah, your support system.
Exactly, but you're in fucking Tokyo. Yeah, I don't know. It's
horrible. So the Olympics, and then
Lil Nas X.
Yeah.
He's had a hell of the last few months, you know what I'm saying? He got that Nike lawsuit.
Yeah.
Apparently he's gay.
Apparently.
There was like that whole thing, you know what I'm saying? And then just like, people just can't keep his name out their mouth.
These old niggas, I'm telling you, bro, a lot of these old ass niggas is weird as fuck to me.
They are.
Like the Boosie's, like, bro, Boosie, granted, none of us, I'm not going to Little Boosie for any advice other than, what you should wear when you pull up at the club. But that's like it. But like, Boosie acting like niggas, little kids trying to be straight. Like, bro, if your little kid is trying her hardest to be straight,
that child is gay.
It's a gay ass little kid. It's a gay ass little kid,
and I always wonder why people think, like, when people talk about, the gay agenda.
Well, they think you can turn people into being gay.
Yeah, and that's like they think they can turn gay people into being straight. That's always a very fun topic for me. But I always find it so interesting because it's like my nigga, if I don't like boiled Brussels sprouts, nigga,
that sounds disgusting.
If you do a dance with some boiled Brussels sprouts and you do it a sexy way, bitch, I'm not gonna like these nasty ass Brussels sprouts. I'm not gonna like these nasty ass carrots. If you do it, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just not gonna like them. It's just not gonna be how it is. Cause I don't like it. If I don't like the taste of something, it just is what it is. So the fact that people feel that way, like, and then like people are commenting who should be worried about other things, like Boosie, shut the what? Oh boy. T.I., please. You are fighting the
state. You're going to jail.
You are fighting the state of Georgia. You need to be worried about if you got enough money saved, set aside for when you and your wife get locked the fuck up.
Boosie need to be worried about his sugar levels.
Okay. Like, stop playing. Like, you talking to the wrong person. And then, my favorite thing is this, they say you're not supposed to delight in anybody's demise.
Yes, you are.
But the baby, seeing him lose.
I think we were already annoyed with the baby
for a while before this.
This was just a nail in the coffin for him for a lot of people.
Yeah, and it was just like, wow. First of all, I couldn't imagine being on stage and I'm singing and I'm performing and I'm thinking about
sucking dick
in the parking lot.
If you want to suck a dick in this.
Like, what? Yeah, like, that's what I'm saying. And then he was talking about, my big thing is, he was like, oh yeah, my fans don't do that. We be in the elite suites. We be in the presidential suites.
No.
Who do you think you target? Who is your target audience, the baby?
He definitely
broke. You know damn well. First, those are the people sucking dick in parking lots.
100%.
Yeah, so that was hilarious, and then it was also even more hilarious because on Twitter, all the nasty niggas were hashtagging and like adding the baby as they were posting videos of them doing that.
Oh, that's a lot.
It was crazy. I was like, oh my gosh, because you know, like
that's
as you're keeping,
no.
as you hashtag the baby, just like follow along what's going on. I was like, oh my god, this is crazy. This is wild.
Backseat dicks.
It was absolutely wild. I was like, oh, this is a very crazy thing. But for you to say things, put out misinformation, for you to spew this kind of hate or whatever, and to see you get canceled from everything, to me,
that man losing some bags.
I couldn't imagine just losing bag after bag after bag after bag. And then, like, first of all, one of your homies is Tory Lanez. That alone,
right?
You know what I mean? Like, it's just like
it's like weirdly trying to just associate. Because the thing about it is, I believe that there is no such thing as cancel culture, in my opinion. I think
there really isn't.
There's people that are like trolls that will try you for sure, and maybe this is me. I should knock on wood because I've podcasted 160 episodes of this shit, but like I probably said some shit that's not great. But I truly feel like if you're a good person and you do things maybe a minute ago or whatever, and you are truly like, sorry and like growing and not just too proud to be like, I ain't apologized, I already addressed it, or that was but like really like, damn, but I was fucked up, I shouldn't have said that. I feel like that shit really doesn't last. You might maybe lose out on an opportunity or something like that, but like if you really are a decent person, none of that shit ever really fucks up your life.
There's only been a handful of people to be successfully canceled. One of them is Chrisette Michelle.
He successfully got her out of the box. She is just still fighting for her life. Also,
the other is like low-key like Daniel Caesar.
Daniel Caesar.
I mean, he's still doing it, but not to the
level. But he's on a Justin Bieber song, man.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he's still doing things, but nobody's supporting him.
But no, he's still doing numbers, but not to the level that he was before.
Absolutely. Like,
but even still, but for you to be on one of the top 5 most famous niggas,
no, that is real.
Out single.
That's true, but I think that's
just
yes.
But no, what I'm saying,
yes.
But what I'm saying is he's canceled not necessarily by like those people who are making these projects or whatever, but he's canceled by the community that would support whatever project.
You think his song is gonna be played at more black weddings than it was in 2016?
No,
absolutely never.
That's never happened. And so and I always tell people all the time, you need to pay attention. No one read the room. Y'all need to listen to Carrie Hilson. Carrie Hilson is still recovering from when she talked shit about Beyonce. You gotta watch your mouth. Watch what you say and who you say it about, because it's gonna come back and destroy you, okay? Certain people and certain things you can't say and you can't do.
And black people also do. That's another thing. Black people don't really cancel people for real, because R. Kelly is still getting spins.
Lord.
Many cookouts.
I think our generation is even in a space where it's a little bit more of a like, oh yeah, like that's inappropriate. We're not about to do this. We're not about to do this. Like, at least my scope of my people, at least. Like my scope of the people that I'm rocking with.
Your circle here.
My circle is
but there are circles where like, nah, I'm still playing.
But I feel like that's with everything, right? So no one can be, like you said, 100% cancellation, that's absurd. Except for if your name is Carrie Hilson.
Some movies, other things, some people still be. But also, was Carrie Hilson supporting her? But was Carrie Hilson? But she's getting jobs. Or she's getting fucking money.
But that's what I'm saying. You're not. Well, I think your misunderstanding is that like.
It's not that you'll never work in this town again.
That cancel culture is not about like, oh, you're going to be denied jobs from these executives to not be able to do these things. Cancel culture is you're going to lose the support of a community that you once had to have your back and to pay more money so that you can get more from this. Not saying she's not going to get a bag. Not saying Daniel Caesar's not going to get a bag from doing their own individual things. But when it comes to canceling people, when niggas truly, in my opinion, when niggas truly make up their mind and say, oh, that's it. That's it.
Yeah. I feel like I just look at from their perspective. It's like, okay, no, it's 2,000 people on Twitter that say they don't fuck with me, but I'm still, I went from making $5 million a year to $2 million a year, and I'm still like if I'm Daniel Caesar, bro, I'm like, nigga, I'm in the hills with Justin Bieber right now with the hottest song
And
on
that's
Pop and Pop 40.
Absolutely.
I can suck my weird
Exactly.
dick.
So you do your thing. I'm not gonna listen to your shit because that's a personal
Right.
choice. And I think, like I said, specifically when it comes to Carrie Hilson, again, and I think she's very talented.
Mm-hmm.
She's very beautiful. She had the
But
full
was she
package.
really that talented? Or
I
she
thought
had
she could
slaps?
sing. I thought she could sing.
Yeah, she had
some
slaps.
really good songs too. She had some
She
nice
did.
songs.
What's that? Love you till you
Knock you down.
Okay,
Knock
man.
You Down.
But is that really like a
When you
fucking like?
slow down.
Oh, that's a slap.
During that time, during the 2000s, absolutely.
Pretty Girl Rock.
Pretty Girl Rock.
She had some
Everybody rocked with Pretty
songs.
Girl.
She had some songs, bro.
But
You niggas just named the most hot fucking limited to ass songs.
Slow dance?
Nah, Carrie Hilson has some songs, bro.
She has some songs, but it ain't like she like, oh, this is the generation, this is the one. Like she
Well-
got. She's not even to me like even on like a Sierra level where I like.
Well, her
She got-
During that time, though,
her
she
pen
was,
is deeper than her
and she was
her
writing
solo song.
I just feel like in her situation, a lot. This is a different thing in my opinion. Where like you bit off, you had too much dip in your chip.
Oh, she
Yeah.
absolutely did.
I don't think that's so much a cancer because I feel like if Rihanna would have said something to Beyonce, niggas would be like, okay, well, I guess I'll fuck with it.
Back then, it may have been a different story, though.
That
Back
was-
then, in
it
early
was,
Rihanna
They
career.
dated her like, what, 10, 15 years ago?
Yeah, that's what I'm
at this
saying.
point?
Early Rihanna career, maybe it would have been different. I don't think, I'm
Past decade Rihanna,
Yeah,
no.
absolutely. The past 10 years, Rihanna, no. Rihanna's not going anywhere. No one will ever say anything crazy about
Now,
Rihanna.
Rude Boy Rihanna?
That's what I'm saying. Like that very early Ponde replay Rihanna, absolutely. There probably would have been a bigger uproar had you done that.
Beyonce?
Exactly.
We don't know.
Yeah. What you hoes watch?
You know, I'm sorry. This
I'm
is
sorry.
annoying to me. Last thing on that is how people also been saying like, well, they didn't say anything when rappers talk about killing each other on the whatever, like trying to make that
False equivalence.
Yeah, it's not, to me. This is not the same
They're
thing, bro. Like,
Wait, killing who?
like they try to this whole the baby situation, like or just even like Lil Nas X too, or it's like I heard other shows and podcasts stuff say like, well, they didn't say anything when black men on the stage talking about killing each other and all this kind of other shit. So now as soon as we say one thing about gay people, now all of a sudden there's all this cancel culture and shit like that. And it's just to me, it's just like it's not a real.
It's not.
You just-
It's not real.
You just
There are consequences for your actions and the statements that you make. And when you're that big of a pop star, and you have that big of a platform globally, your words carry.
Right.
Your words mean a lot more than some regular Joe Schmo with a podcast or some like new pop artist who's just bubbling up. You know what I'm saying? You're on the main stage headlining shows. People see what you say. So if you say some fucked up shit, bruh,
Right.
there's gonna be consequences that come with that.
Right.
you should
Come on, it's the game.
Your fat ass up.
And too, like I feel like a lot of that killing and shit. The idea is that it's a reflection of your actual life.
Well,
Experience.
that's what rap music is. It's
Right.
It was born out of.
Yeah.
Right. I know a lot of these niggas definitely probably capping stuff, but I don't know, I
A
think
lot of them probably did live that life or they
Right.
grew up around that life.
it's just like annoying like equivalency that a lot of hotep niggas have been. Why can she not have the dog? Anyway. Go ahead. What are we watching? What is it? Reservation Dog?
It's a new show on FX. It just came out like last week maybe. It's starring all Native American cast. So it's like a young group of kids, like dirt poor, not dirt poor, but poor reservation folk essentially. Yeah, broke boys living on a reservation. And it's like
Clip of that.
it's a little like gang of like teenagers or whatever, and it's like their little group or whatever is following them. But it's really dope.
Is it fiction?
Yeah. There's only been 2 episodes so far.
Nice.
I watched it on Hulu.
On FX.
It's an FX show. I watched it on Hulu.
Okay.
But it's good. It's good.
I didn't watch that Mouse in the Palace show.
I watched the first episode yesterday. It's on Netflix. It's reminiscent of like The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan 97.
Oh, I did not see that yet. Yeah, that's on my
series,
list.
but it's about the fight between the Pacers and the Pistons and the fans back in 04
Oh, I can't wait to
or
watch
whatever.
that
But
shit.
It's like really, really good. It had Jermaine O'Neal in it, Steven Jackson, Ron Artest, like all those dudes, the old GM. It's really good.
I saw Ron Artest riding his bike when I was in Santa Monica.
Did you get scared?
No,
What
I
happened?
was driving.
Meta.
He was like, it was funny because you could tell a lot of people didn't know who the fuck he was.
How did that look though? Because that's a very large man. I don't think I've ever seen a person
think-
that big on a bike before.
I think the bike was definitely a custom.
Oh, it had to be. I would say it had to
It
be.
didn't look weird. So
Like
I'm
some
sure it was like,
35-inch wheels on it.
I'm sure it was a big ass.
Oh, I need a bike that fits.
You need like a regular person to stand next to that bike while he's on it.
What am I watching? Oh, White Lotus. That's an okay show.
I haven't
What is
started.
that?
That's the one with
Hotel.
Natasha.
Yes.
Yeah, Rothwell.
So, HBO.
It's on HBO?
Yeah.
What's it about?
It's the
I've literally never
It's
heard
a
of it.
comedy. It's like a dramedy about this hotel resort,
Okay.
and it's cool. It's like a decent little.
Like a
one.
30-minute comedy?
I think it's an hour.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
and anything with Natasha Rothwell I'm gonna watch. So
Oh, yeah.
She's like a supporting character. I also liked Hacks or Hack that was on HBO too. HBO's been putting out some.
HBO.
I'm very behind on a lot of my HBO shows.
You gotta catch up.
I still need to watch Pause. I still need to watch the Michael Shea show. Like,
Oh, you never watched the Michael Chase show?
I'm very behind on all of my HBO
What the
content.
fuck you been doing?
like whenever
I wish y'all.
So
if y'all
I
have
have
looked
like
at
a-
Danny's face.
I have
right
like a
now.
very long like watch list, but then like when something new comes out, it'll just pop to the top of my watch list, and I'll like watch a couple episodes,
You gotta
or
watch the
like
Michael Chase
or
show
like
this
new
week.
movies. I'll
New
watch
movies,
like new
yeah.
movies like automatically
Yeah.
or whatever. So stuff just like TV shows just end up getting pushed back.
Yeah.
You gotta watch the Michael Chase show like this weekend.
I'll watch
That
I'll watch
was
it.
really funny.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
I love Pause with Sam J too, but
Mhm.
I felt like Michael Che, in just my personal opinion, was a little. I enjoyed Michael Chase more. I won't say better. I think they were two very different shows.
Yes.
The sketches were.
But they were out of the same kind of like ethos,
Concept.
right? Yeah.
Mhm.
But I enjoyed Michael Chase, where Sam was a little more like informative, like interview based.
Chilling and just
You
vibing
know, like,
and
it was,
just
it was like Michael Chase was like, oh, SNL should be doing this, but they're too fucking pussy to do it.
exactly.
Okay.
That's exactly what it gave. It was,
Okay.
Sam J was
I'm
more
definitely
like
gonna check that out this
We just
weekend.
vibe and talk this shit.
talk show, like interviews and like talking about real life stuff. It's
Mhm.
like it's kind of depressing, but it's funny.
But
Yeah.
it's actually still
Okay.
It had no
Okay.
substance.
Mhm.
But I love both the shows.
Yeah.
Both of them, I was like, damn, these black people are really making really dope shit.
Yeah.
Charlamagne's making that show on it's Comedy Central. I wonder how that's gonna be. It's like a late night talk show.
I don't know if I'd watch. So I've been watching series, but also been watching some shit. So I just started watching Batwoman on HBO Max, so that's out there now. Batwoman, and it's interesting. It's like an interesting CW kind of thing, like you know how they do the Flash and the Arrow and all that shit.
That's the shit. We don't have cable. We just put that on. What is Bat?
It's on HBO Max.
Really?
Is it like HBO Max quality or is it CW quality?
It's okay, so CW quality, but it's good because I watched it for the black girl who becomes Batwoman, and she went to Hampton, and I just like to support black people when they are in lead roles. So I watched Batwoman. I've been watching. I watched The Black Widow.
I did too.
That was interesting.
Oh, was that on HBO Max too?
No,
Disney
Plus.
I gotta get Disney Plus. I missed Loki.
Loki was very good.
Loki was very good.
All of their originals have been good this year.
But the thing about it-
WandaVision, I don't think we
Loki-
ever talked about WandaVision because it came out.
We haven't talked about shit
Yeah,
that's been on
yeah,
Disney
yeah,
We
Plus.
should probably do like separate episodes.
Yeah, we got to.
of that of some of that shit. But I watched the WandaVision, then I deleted it or got rid of Disney Plus after that. I'm like, I really don't need to be paying for this every single month.
Yeah, I get it.
But like, I want to like bulk watch stuff. So let me get it for this month. This will give me a month to watch.
Shut it down, turn it off, exactly.
Woo, and then shut it
The
down.
Falcon and
Yeah, I watched that too. That was I kept it for that, and I didn't really enjoy that.
That
so,
one was
alright.
just okay.
yeah, that was. But Loki was pretty good. I
Loki
did
was
like
very
Loki.
good.
I like Loki.
Jonathan Majors was amazing.
Jonathan Majors is.
I didn't watch that.
He's very
I don't
good.
know.
He's the lead from Lovecraft.
Right. I have no context of the show.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying in general, he's in it.
All right, Torrance. How many times you gonna say his fucking name, bro?
Because you act like you didn't know who he was, and then we explained who he was. You said I don't have any context for the show, and that doesn't matter because we were talking about this individual.
Well, what I'm trying to I want you to understand is that if I say I don't have any context of this show, that doesn't mean that I don't have any context of this man.
Which is why it makes sense for you to
But
say,
you kept bringing this nigga up like he paid my fucking bills.
Does he?
See? Alright, man, this is. Man, cut the camera. Is it cut off?
Yeah, it is cut off.
Yeah. This is great.
This is great. Any hot takes? I don't have any hot takes.
I don't.
My biggest hot take is that we need to. This is going to sound very corny and cliche. We haven't said it enough. We got to protect our women's and beat up creepy ass niggas.
Absolutely.
I saw somebody on Facebook, not an old, but a Chicago comedian colleague of mine. I've met her, a handful of times, and she said something about she did a show, and one of the bookers of the show was like being drunk and aggressive and like following her to the bathroom and shit like that. And, like,
oh hell no.
As other men that aren't creepy, like it's not okay enough to just not be creepy. We gotta be willing to like knock niggas out.
Yeah.
Or beat their ass. Don't support them. We gotta, especially in my line of work, like comedy, like, because there are so very few women, and the last thing I want to do is like, I don't know, if I had a sister that was a comedian or my girl did I would hate for them to go to a show.
You want them to be at a show or be able to work in a safe environment.
Yeah, man, like, because you can't guarantee people aren't gonna try something creepy, but you can at least guarantee that nothing.
While you're there,
You're gonna have that kind of thing. Somebody's
not feel that.
So it was, I don't know, that's my hot take. It's not even a hot take, it's just like a thought.
No, that's real.
That's my final thought.
That's your final thought?
Yeah.
My final thought is drink some water, get vaxxed, stay safe, have fun.
My final thought is make sure you download the Citizens app to check the crime in your neighborhood.
Did you really have it downloaded?
No, I didn't, and now I did.
And then it's like
Now
buzzing all the time?
No, I do. Because I just want to know what's going on, because I can't get into it. I'm sorry, y'all.
Torrance is part of a crime scene.
Basically, we in the hood now, baby.
Alright, y'all, this has been a fantastic pod. We are back in this bitch. I'm super excited. Look out for, if you're listening this far, you're really dedicated. But we got a lot of stuff coming up, man. In the city. Sketches, skits, events, merch, all that shit, man. So stay tuned. Thank y'all for listening.
Peace.
Peace.